I still have scars there, and I have scars here, so when I get up every day, I see them, so it's like you can't get away from it. You just see that stuff.
The physical wounds Officer Jeff Creel suffered have since healed, but the past 19 months, he's focused on his mental and spiritual health. This life-altering moment doesn't define Jeff. He's a husband, a father, a son, a friend, and he says most importantly, a Christian. And through his faith, he's gained another family, the Oberheims.
Having such a gracious family take me in and, never say any kind of ill will or, man, I wish you'd have done this, or, I mean, nothing. There's never been nothing but grace and love from that family.
A few days after Officer Chris Oberheim died, Jeff Creel met his wife Amber and her girls. They had never met before.
Chris talked about them all the time. He loved his girls and his wife. We talked to him all the time. He was the softball coach of the world.
He says it was tough, but so important for his own healing and to pay respects to Chris's family.
He has the biggest heart.
And it was just as healing for the girls.
We didn't have to be there that night. We didn't have to see what he saw. We didn't have to defend my dad in the way that he did. So he definitely took off a huge burden off of us. And he also made it so we didn't have to go through a trial. We didn't have to sit and go through all of that and the trauma that all of that brings.
The sisters all say they admired Jeff for his faith.
Jeff had said something along the lines of, it's not my job to question God or something like that. I was like, wow, if he has gone through what he has gone through and he said that has always stuck with me.
His display of faith has been an anchor that has many times pulled them back to shore.
And that has influenced me to not give up hope in any situation, and so continue to have faith even given everything that happened.
No one can ever replace their dad, but Jeff has, in a small way, filled the shoes that can't be tied again. He's been a sounding board when they need to talk, a shoulder to cry on, and a person of great wisdom they can lean on when they need it most.
I think that my dad is extremely grateful for him and the ways that he has stepped up for us.
Hannah is Chris and Amber's oldest daughter. At her wedding, Jeff got to dance with her for the father-daughter dance.
That was tough and an honor and a blessing at the same time, and I'm glad she let me do that.
If I could ask my dad right now, he would say he would choose Jeff, just because of how he defended him.
Jeff was also able to quickly bond with Chris's younger brother, Joe, who is a cop in Decatur.
He came over and met with me on my deck, and we talked. I said, you can ask me anything I want. So we went through the whole thing, and that was tough talking to another cop. And we were able to pray out there together. I felt good about that.
This journey has been anything but easy.
The support that I have received from my church, my family, my awesome wife and kids, yeah.
It's support that helped him transition from his life as a police officer to retirement.
I guess one of the hardest things is realizing that was my last police call. I loved my job. That's not how I wanted to end. And it was hard to realize that was my last one. And, but how do you complain, I'm at home with my family. I can never complain.
But he says with God, anything is possible.
I want to be faithful to whoever God's call is. I don't know what that is yet.
So now he's taking things day by day, leaning into his community, his fellow officers who pulled him through this time, and the second family he never knew how much he needed. Creel also shared his testimony at church. He says this is now being shown to officers going through the academy. He hopes it'll inspire them and help prepare them for their career.